What's up guys, Octave Gamer here, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're back on F1 2020, my team career mode, Aston Martin career mode to be specific. So it's been a very tricky season. I'm just hoping that we can finally, I repeat finally, score some points. The season has not really been good for us. Yes, it's the first season for Aston Martin, but we have struggled because of the team boss being on a controller, but that doesn't really matter. We are preparing for the Canadian Grand Prix, organizing some events. Canada is one of my favorite tracks because if you do know my F1 mobile racing content, you will know that I do like to do F1 mobile racing. Well, F1 mobile racing, I started my F1 mobile racing journey from Canada, so I'm kind of used to the track. Not kind of, but I am used to the track. Canada, one of my favorite tracks all time. Maybe sometimes in real life F1 doesn't really produce the drama. It's always a quiet track. It doesn't really have much to talk about. It doesn't really produce any headlines at all. So yeah, our engine, our MGUH and the turbocharger seem to be worn out, and that does not seem like a good sign, because if we keep those, they will just easily blow out before the race even starts. Maybe on the formation lap they just go boom, just blown out. So yeah, we have to change these parts. We do not want to mess anything up. This has to be a point scoring finish for us. We're not going to change any gearbox at all. Our gearbox is perfectly fine. Yeah. So these are the tire compounds for this weekend, or tire allocation, I should say. Oh yeah, and we also made some headway for a new sponsor. So we're going to sign DSB Optics. They need a top 10 finish in a race or race weekend. There is me and Antoine, the driver market. Yeah, we're just gonna change up the car livery. Nah, not the car livery, just adding some sponsors there. There's Moon, our sponsor as well. DSB Optics, we're just gonna add that there. That's pretty good for the car. So yeah, these sponsors are really helping out, even though they're not so real, even though they're not real at all. I still love the fact that we've got something to decorate our car, unlike F1 Mobile Racing where the car is just blank. So yeah, let's get into the race weekend, shall we? So yeah, here we are on to the race weekend. We've got practice, and it seems that it is raining. Oh my goodness me, I hate it when it rains. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I just want to make an apology. There was supposed to be the Spanish Grand Prix and the Monaco Grand Prix, but I don't know what went on with me. I just went on to delete those things by accident. Yeah, I didn't delete them deliberately. Sometimes I just tend to act like an idiot at times, and then go and delete something that was very important. Yeah, so it was totally my fault for deleting something. I'm not capping, guys. I'm not capping. Yeah, I'm telling the truth with all my life. Yeah. So yeah, I tended to. I just acted like an utter idiot and just deleted those things by accident. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but these things do happen. Mistakes do happen. So we are out on track right now. I can tell you guys that the conditions in Canada are absolutely horrible. Like literally, it's so horrible. I mean, yeah, I was just coming out on track just to test the track, whether it's drivable or not. To think about it, only Williams is out on track. Yeah, Williams only is out on track. So I feel like these conditions are too undrivable. We just need to wait for some other cars to fly past and then make up a dry pod, or just wait for the rain to reduce a little, and into the pits we go. Slow for the pits. You do not want to speed in the pits. Yeah. So that's how it's gonna be. So let's go back to the garage and probably just complete one of our track programs, I should say. Yeah, so we're in the garage, right? Well, I mean, not in the garage, sorry. We're in our pit box. There's Timon Marduk, there's Arava with the jack. I don't know who that guy is in front, but he's helping push the car back into the garage. Dark times, I should say, dark times in the garage. Yeah, by the way, I did damage my front wing because conditions are kind of undrivable, so not really expected. Yeah, these things do happen in F1, but in the game, yeah, they do totally happen. So yeah, this is just when we're about to get started with our flying lap. Perez is out of the session. How has that happened? Sergio Perez has retired in practice. What has happened here? Has he lost control? I have no idea whatsoever. He's going smooth. Doesn't look like he's having any oversteer. And what was that all about? What on earth was that all about? Did the Red Bull just brake check him, or did he? Oh my word, that's crazy. I don't know who's at fault there. I don't know whether the Red Bull brake checked Perez. I've never seen such scenes before. I can tell you guys enough. I've never seen that happen in my time as an F1 game player. Yeah, I tell you, I've never seen someone being brake checked, especially an AI being brake checked and then crashing out of the session. So we've started our track acclimatization. It's gonna be difficult in the wet, but I'm sure we can manage this. Yeah, I'm really loving this one here. Through these gates, one red. You're gonna have to. Oh, that was slow. That was very slow. So I'm just gonna skip to the final corner here, as you can see. And in the process of trying to finish that lap, which would have been fairly slow, we've gotten our lap times invalidated. So back to the drawing board. And from the drawing board, we are back to our experiment. So I just hope that this one goes successfully. I'm not really a fan of Canada's final corner. At times I may try to brake early. Oh my god, I don't know how to nail that corner. That I tried to take the best line possible, but then it's just not possible. I'm so I mean, it's a disaster. That's all I can say. But we are getting started with our qualifying pace program. That we've missed the corner there by far. We've lost a lot of time. That's a lot of time lost, and we're 2 seconds down. Just to add up to all that pain. Practice is almost over. It's over in 3 minutes and 30 and a bit seconds as we oversteer into the barriers. I mean, maybe it's starting to dry up a little bit, but I don't think it is time to go into the slicks. Because first of all, the session is almost over. Second of all, there is no point at all to continue. Okay, whatever. Just don't mind what I said. We've broken a bit more of our front wing. We're gonna have to pit. But anyways, the session will be over in a bit. So yeah, that's just how it is. We struggle, but then come back strong.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
The competition is bad because I am not having competition at all.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
Oh, Claire, shut up. Wall scraping as usual.
Appreciate your time.
I absolutely don't appreciate that interview. Oh my god. These I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's a very hard season, and to be honest, I'm really looking forward to 2022 for some reason, because I feel like 2022. Wait. I think I've missaid that. It's not supposed to be 2022. I said I'm supposed to be waiting for. I'm already looking forward to season 2. Sorry. That's why I said I act like a total idiot at times. So yeah, I just apologize if you guys really starting to find this a bit stupid of me to start talking about that. Some may find it funny. I don't know. There are different type of people in this world. But let's get through to qualifying. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, one of the most legendary tracks. 2011 produced the most dramatic race. I mean, one of the most dramatic races in F1 history. About 3 red flags. Jenson Button pitted like 6 times and still won the race. Vettel led a whole lot of that race and made a mistake on the final lap. Crazy. And if that was to happen again and I was the one that ended up winning, I tell you guys, I would really thank God for that. I would really thank God. I'll thank him with all my life that would even happen. Yeah, but I don't think it will rain this weekend. So yeah, we're just about to go out on track. Let's drive out, get a feel for the car, and get ready for our qualifying flying lap. Oh yeah, I just remembered at the final chicane, if I go too wide, I may be caught out by the War of Champions. I know how many people have been caught out by the War of Champions. Michael Schumacher, Vettel, a lot of them. DRS enabled. We've taken that final chicane properly. Thank God for that. Now, where is this qualifying lap going to take us? Locking up through turn number 1, that's not going to help our lap anyway. Into turn number 2, we've had a massive slot of oversteer there. I think Nicholas Latifi's fans are around. If you didn't know, Latifi is Canadian. We lose in the rear, Tokyo drift technically. I don't know whether we have to back off or continue, but a 23.3 in the first sector, not so bad, I hope. But let's move on. No distractions, full lap on board. Into the chicane. In F1 Racing, I take this chicane with full power, I tell you guys. Now, I really enjoy this part of this track because you go full throttle. Then into the hairpin where Kubica crashed about how many years ago? 14 probably. Since it's not yet June, it's 13 years ago. Yeah, 13 years ago. Onto the back straight. This straight is absolutely long. And then coming on to the start finish straight, that was a very slow final corner. And we cut the corner there. That lap time is not going to count at all. And I don't think it's going to get us anywhere at all. I can tell you guys a lot that my lap times have been really bad. I've tried like 4 attempts. That final corner is so deadly because I keep on cutting the inside. But to make our problems worse, we have run out of fuel. Oh, thank you very much, Codemaster. Thank you very much. And I guess that's our session over. That is our session over. If we can't improve on that, then I don't know what we'll improve on, because that is a session-ending disaster. But are we gonna come out again? Let's just jack the car up into the garage and try and get out again. But the thing is that I damaged my front wing, so rethink. Yeah, that is my session over. So I think we'll have to end it off here. Not the video. There's no way I would end off the video just here. That is the end of our session. 50 seconds to repair that front wing. Come on, for fuck's sake. So we've got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. This is going to be tricky. I would skip. Let's try and skip. But do we have the time to come out? I don't know. Let's try and get out on track. No, we can't get out on track. I think we'll just have to end our session off here. Maybe I should accelerate the time because, oh my goodness me, there are 20 cars out on track. How is everyone supposed to get a flying lap? when everyone is out on track. So yeah, that's our session over. Here's the podium pass. That doesn't concern me really much. So Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3rd and 4th. Oh my god. Oh my goodness me, how I miss those days of Ferrari challenging Mercedes. Anyways, it's time for the Canadian Grand Prix in Canada, obviously.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than a tenth of a second. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, let's talk about Charles Leclerc. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Sainz, Perez, Stroll, Ricciardo, and Alexander Albon. Norris, Ocon, Romain Grosjean, and Kvyat, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antoine Hubert. Russell, Latifi, Magnussen, and Roberts. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
It is time for the Canadian Grand Prix, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Like I said, very tight. Held a dramatic Grand Prix in 2011 where it was raining heavily. Jenson Button pitted 6 times, safety car was deployed a number of times. Button collided with Hamilton. Yeah, long story. You're gonna have to search it up on YouTube if you want to see what actually happened. So we're just preparing up our strategy here. Strategy is important in F1. Of course it is. In car setup, we can't really make any adjustments. I just did just there. But without further delay, we're gonna get started with the race. No formation lap, 5 red lights on in Canada. It is lights out and away we go. It's a very tricky start there. Very slow start actually, but we will get there very soon. Magnussen, we're going up the inside. We've gone up the inside of 4 cars there, except for Russell who was trying to fight back. We're up to P17 in the blink of 1 corner. Yeah, we're really going so well. I think we've got a Ferrari. No, we don't have a Ferrari. That's technically Latifi trying to pounce on me, as he always does, because Williams are our main rival, so their job is just to take me out, as I declared them my rivals. So their job is just to take me out. But here we go, on to turn number 1 for the second lap of the race. We're catching up to Pierre Gasly. It's going to be really tight. I tell you guys, it's going to be really tight. Go through this chicane. We haven't locked up at all. We've lost control of where we're going. Our context is, oh my goodness me, what on earth has just happened there? Kimi Raikkonen has decided to play bowling with me and has eliminated me from what could have been a chance to catch up to Gasly. I know that was my fault for making that mistake, but Raikkonen definitely shoved me out of the way. What more could I do? What more could I do to get out of his way? I barely have any downforce, and we've got a 3-second time penalty. Oh my word! That's so unfortunate for me actually, because we're on course to try and fight for something. And in the end, 3 mistakes in one just makes up it just sums up my anger. First, it's Raikkonen completely pointing me out. I can tell you guys that Raikkonen shoved me out of the way because I had the better line. Second, I cut the corner and got a 3-second time penalty. Now the third one is doing the usual spinala at the second corner actually, not the first corner. We've missed that chicane by a whole distance. Don't even give that to me, race control. You know I missed the corner. Yes, you do. But fairly, the race was boring, so I just had to skip some parts. It wasn't the cleanest race. Raikkonen really messed up my chances. I messed up my chances of driving the car properly. Damaged my front wing a number of times. Got a few penalties. Canada is always Canada. Yeah, I got a few penalties. Damaged the front wing a little bit. And just continued driving. There was nothing I could do. The leaders could have lapped me very soon. So maybe my pace was just off because of that mistake that Raikkonen, let's not say mistake, but that incident that Raikkonen had with me where he punted me off. We've gone into the barriers again. Now our front wing is damaged once more. So yeah, ever since that Raikkonen incident happened, I think I was just far away from the pace and couldn't catch up to anyone. My front wing went off a little bit. So that might have been the end of everything, since Raikkonen had to punt me off like that, and then yeah, the pace was just not there. So I just thought maybe I should come in, but my mind was kind of telling me if I start coming in again, I will get lapped, and I do not want to get lapped. So yeah, my mind just had different options, but I was struggling for grip, as you guys can see. I just decided to continue going, since there was no point if I pit. I won't do an undercut on anyone. The front wing is already damaged. We will get lapped anyway. So yeah, it was just a disappointing one, and we got a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting and nearly disqualified for my actions. And then as soon as we started to get lapped, as you can see, Sebastian Vettel in 4th place, flying past. And I got a bit frustrated here, so the car had no grip, so I drove over the curb and understeered into the barriers. So technically that was my race over, because I was already furious that I didn't even want to box. So we just had to retire. Yeah, we just had to retire.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Well, a late crash completely summed up my weekend. It was very horrible. Technically early crash or mid crash, whatever. It was a disappointing race. Raikkonen already ruined it by his actions, so I wouldn't say it was my fault. Raikkonen was surely at fault there. Steering into me was not so professional by the AI, but like they always say, we live to fight another day.
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take. You had a bit of a rivalry going on, but it looks like they bested you.
Now, Antonio wasn't my rival today. He was just far off the pace, so yeah, I'd say not at all.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
As he usually says, it was an idiot magnet. Raikkonen was at fault there.
Lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
Yeah, it wasn't my day because of someone called Raikkonen.
Appreciate your time.
So while we're in our team acclaim, I've actually lost a bit of acclaim. I mean, it wasn't so clean. My answers were not so great. But yeah, as I said previously, we live to fight another day. And yeah, that's how it is. F1 is a cruel sport. Things happen all the time. You can break a car, you can get injured, you can retire from a race, you can be taken out, whether it's your fault or deliberately or accidentally. Then these things happen in F1, and in the game it's not so surprising either. So yeah, that's all I have to do right now, just apart from organizing some events. So yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy this episode of my team, then do remember to smash the like button. It really helps me out. It shows that you guys are appreciating the hard work that I'm doing to get you guys entertained, since most of you are in lockdown and don't know what videos to watch. I'm there. I'll always be there. So if you want to see more of this while you're at home, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. So that you never miss out on any video that I upload. I tell you guys, they're really interesting. And if you're not subscribed and you're watching this video, then do me a favor and press that subscribe button. And from me, Gamer, peace out.